Right.
And it went on for like a good hour or two, and it just kept going and going and going. And it was really the first time where when I brought up the idea of prayer, they really responded. They wanted us to pray for them. And I'm not a particularly religious person, but I will gladly pray for someone if that's what they want. I mean, it can't hurt. Of course I would. And so we did.
Right.
And I have to tell you, as we were leaving that place, and you could tell they did not want us to go, those knocks followed us all the way down the hallway as we were walking out. Like, we slowly walked out, and I'm like a blubbering mess, and these knocks just followed us the whole way out. It was probably one of the craziest experiences I've ever had.
Nursing station.
Toughest too, just because we spent the first half hour trying to debunk the knocks. What is causing the knocks, and then we couldn't. And then it's the realization that whatever's here is really communicating with us in a very, very strong. And then there's nothing else we can do. Like, the only thing we can do for you is pray for you, and then we leave you. And as we're leaving, it was like a little kid just screaming at us, don't go, don't go. And like, we had to go.
Yeah, I was, and just remember in those cases, like, that's one thing with tax, like, we don't ever promise to cross something over, because we don't know that we can. And so what we do is we always tell them, and as we told them that night, what we're doing is we're not just helping our clients, we're helping these entities. Like, we want to learn more about this and keep doing this research, and maybe one day, even if it's decades from now, we can come back and say, hey, okay, I know why you're here, and let's figure this out and see what we need to do next. So we always try to reassure them, hey, if there's ever a way, we will come back and we will try to fix this and we'll try to help you. So, but yeah, in that case, they'd never investigated that place in Waverly before, so they'd never been able to talk. That we were the first ones ever in there to investigate. So they're very anxious.
What floor were you on?
I was the first floor of the nurses' wing.
First floor nursery.
Yeah. It was boarded up, and they took down the board so that we could get into the other side.
I think it's open now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has anything ever followed you home?
Actually, that night, I got back to my hotel room, and something started knocking in my room, and that was the first and only time anything like that has happened. And I was just like, I need to sleep. I'm sorry, I need to sleep.
Yeah, nothing's ever followed me home. I like to leave it there, just say, you can't come with me, you're not allowed, you have to stay here, and then kind of leave the space.
Nothing's ever followed me, but I'll tell you a story. Past holidays, obviously, the family gets together, and we always have Christmas at my sister's house. And David had already arrived, and shortly after David arrived, they heard, my sister's on the second floor, and they heard these footsteps coming up the stairs, and they say, here comes your dad. And, they heard the footsteps as loud as could be, everybody, because the whole family was sitting at the table over here. And at the door, my niece opened the door and there was nobody there. I didn't arrive until about a half hour later. My sister swears that David brought something home with him for the holiday. So, and then when they heard me coming, they didn't want to open the door. So that's true, but a lot of people ask us that question, and the only way, my opinion is just talk to it. If you don't want it there, you say, listen, it was nice that you visit, but it's time for you to leave me alone. And you just talk to it like a person. Some people believe that things do follow them home. Some people don't. It's I guess anything's possible, So. But talk to it. Just ask it to leave you alone or leave the house.
Do you think there's anything at Bobby Mackey's?
I had no experiences there. And people keep telling me, don't go to Bobby Mackey's, you're pregnant. I would go in there by myself right now in that basement for hours. I'm not.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened for us. And I know some people had, there's been a lot of groups that have gone in there before us for many, many